2K Sports pregame show.
This is the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, happy to be here with my partners, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the New York Knicks going up against the Golden State Warriors. And a nice roll continuing right now for Golden State. It's been a fantastic season for them, and this could be one of its most memorable nights, as a win here gives them the best record in the league. And here we are late in the season. Shaq, for the teams at the very bottom of the standings, there can be a tendency to give up on yourself and a desire to dial things back, I guess. Pack it in. This happens, doesn't it?
Yeah, it happens, but no great coach will stand for that. Nor with great players. You just got to, dig yourself out the hole, Ernie. You got to keep fighting. You know what they should do?
What's that?
Go watch Hoosiers. Ooh. The Gene Hackman speech should get them going.
Okay, you think that would work on an NBA player?
I think it would. Picket fence, baby. Picket fence.
Sometimes you just can't give that all-out intensity because you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. You can only see the light right in front of your face. Yeah. And, you got to give those bench guys some more minutes at this time.
Let's send it down to Kevin Harlan.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
Live from New York, 2K Sports proudly brings you Knicks basketball. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. The Warriors are looking to end their road trip here with a strong outing. This is a hot team. They currently hold the best record in the entire NBA.
Yeah, and the old adage is that it's hard to beat a team, any team, 3 times in one season. And that's the situation we're facing today. This would be their 3rd win in the season series if they can do it.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report with that.
Well, guys, Draymond Green's competitive fire is one of the big keys for the Warriors. He said, that's one of my biggest responsibilities, to be the vocal and emotional leader of this team. We have a lot of guys that are more on the quiet side. If nobody was willing to take that role, we'd just be a bunch of church mice. I thought, why not me? It's natural for me.
He's the glue that holds the team together, DA. Always important to have a guy who can fire up his teammates. And Steve, when you're this deep into the season, what are the teams that know they're playoff bound doing to prepare for the playoffs, prepare for that offseason run?
Well, recently they've been resting a lot of players because they know they can sneak a few days in. And then a lot of times, coaches, kind of dabble with different combinations, different wrinkles, adding different things. So that's the luxury of having I would say, somewhat of a lead in the standings. You can tweak a little things and also run a little wrinkles to get a chance to get ready for postseason.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Clay in the backcourt. Offense and defense with Durant and Draymond at the 3 and the 4. And it's McGee in at the pivot spot manning the middle.
Thompson always keeping his eyes up, looking for his teammates at all times.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Yeah, a couple turnovers here early on in the quarter, but he's got to just tighten it up a little bit.
Here's Curry. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper.
Curry does a nice job of using the screen. He doesn't need much space to knock down the shot.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. From deep, and Lee pulls it down. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
And we've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. Both those turnovers could have been avoided.
The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. They double team Curry. And McGee kicks to Curry. Here's the screen. Durant for 3. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Durant's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Just careless. No other way to describe it to start the game. That's already his 3rd miscue.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation.
And the struggles continue, guys, and really it's about those turnovers. They've been the culprit.
Takes a 3. And another 3 for Golden State.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
And after a near win, you second guess a number of things that didn't go your way.
I think looking back on that one, it's a learning experience. We'll see if they can make some of the necessary corrections.
And Smitty, you were able to play a couple seasons with Steve Kerr when you were both in San Antonio. What was your time together like there? How do you think he's been influenced by his San Antonio time?
Well, it was a great time. He's a great teammate. I think he's been influenced by Popovich's attention to details. Both are very measured to their approach to things, but the one thing you have to really say that you really link those two together, they are funny, funny, funny.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Just another example of losing concentration. His 4th turnover of the evening. He has to start protecting the ball better.
Goes up off the inbound. And too long on the shot.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
Hey, guys, just a little too nonchalant there. That's a couple turnovers here in the last few minutes, and those miscues can spell trouble.
Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against the Hawks in Atlanta.
And anytime you come off the bench, you know your role. And that night, it was about scoring.
Especially on the road. You're hoping for any extra contributions. But for a couple of stretches, there, the backups control the game.
Now Cantor, following the miss by Draymond Green from deep. Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Durant.
We're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
And here's Golden State. It's been 13 unanswered points for him. Here's Curry with the 3. Here's McGee, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And there's the call. New York with the foul.
And coming out of the offseason where the Knicks had a really long to-do list. You knew they were going to shake things up and made some moves in free agency and realized they needed to build around Porzingis going forward.
First free throw is good. And change was needed badly for the Knicks, and they did that starting with the front office.
Yeah, Knick fans can have a dire outlook at times, but the team still has a solid foundation. It will take some time for the team to become a true contender again, but having players not be at odds with the front office, definitely a good start.
When you watch the Warriors play, their offense is a work of art. There's so much player movement and passing, it's impossible to cover. And the shooting they have, it just puts it over the top.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Green left side. Curry with it. Turned in an outstanding game against Atlanta. To the middle. Looking for McGee. He gets it there. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Well, the two go hand in hand. Matching your strategy to your personnel is key.
That'll be a 5-second call.
And all the turnovers, guys, are hurting his team. I mean, he's continuing to just give the ball away.
Thompson for three. Good on the triple. Thompson's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Warriors. And, Steve, the common mistake fans have with the Warriors is thinking they only make threes to score. It's a combination of a lot of things, and I think it just overwhelms defenders.
You know, one thing that comes to mind to me is they pick out the Warriors in mismatches or lose a defender on great screens. They're amazing at that. They force defenders to make a ton of split-second decisions. One mistake, and it's easy for them to score.
Here's Thompson. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Atlanta. From deep three-point range, and Curry the bucket on the assist by Thompson. That's now 8 points for Steph Curry. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Well, you just watch the way that Klay Thompson shoots, and you're surprised when the ball doesn't go in.
I mean, one thing with Klay, too, in his shot, he believes it's always going to go in. More importantly, so does his teammates. And he's got that shooter's mentality where he just will continue to trust in his mechanics. And I don't think he gets enough credit for just how hard he works to maintain that shot. Now to see the numbers for Cantor. Since the break, he's been simply stellar. 8th in rebounding. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game. Moutier kicks to lead. Five on the clock. To the inside, Cantor, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
A lot of laziness going on out there. Still early in the game, but that needs to get worked out.
Now here's Curry. He's got 8. Thompson from long range And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Practice makes perfect. Thompson is just lights out on these shots.
Moutier dishes to Beasley. Back to Moutier. Out to Lee. Uncovered. Connects. The jumper drops.
Well, this is what every coach emphasizes. Keep your head up. Be willing to make the extra pass.
Here's Curry, providing around 26.5 points a game. Rarely has an off night. Thompson for three. Beasley with the rebound.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Hardaway passes to Moutier. He dishes it to Lee. There's a screen by Cantor. Jumper off the screen, and again it's New York.
Excellent play call there. The defense was not prepared for the pick, and as a result, they gave up the wide open look.
McGee a screen. Curry with a wide open look. Knocks down the three ball. Curry's got 11.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
The Knicks have gotten their first three shots to go in for him to start off this game. Moutier kicks to Beasley. Feeds it to Cantor. Hardaway against Thompson. Now here's Hardaway. Not a lot of room. Count the basket.
A lot of enthusiasm to the start of this game. So far, a perfect 4 for 4.
McGee a screen. Curry dishes to Durant. Thompson outside. The feed to Curry. Hardaway against Thompson. Low block shot on the way. Got it for his fourth field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Moutier with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. Here's Beasley. Lee trying to get open. No good from Beasley.
That was the best he could do. Just fade a little bit, try and get a clean look, but the defense was right on him.
Curry passes to Green. There's the screen to the paint. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. We should take this chance now to go to the real stats, real scores from the real NBA and run down the top free throw shooters. You look at Lee, second in the NBA, so great from the line. And, of course, Stephen Curry.
Neither one of these guys is going to waste an opportunity from the foul line. They just don't give away points.
Now, here's Moutier. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
So for the Knicks, Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Enes Kanter, and Trey Burke subbed in for Moutier. The Warriors also with a sub. Iguodala's checked in. Burke with it, guarded by Curry. Now Burke, 11 points for him in that last game against Sacramento.
Yeah, but I like how he defended as well. You know, he got a couple blocks in that game and just an all-around great effort. And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Hardaway. A 24-point outing in their last game against Sacramento. Beasley sets a screen for Burke. New York, no good that time either.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
That's how it's drawn up. That is, everything but the finish.
The Knicks have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Hardaway against Thompson. Hardaway kicks to Lee. Picked by O'Quinn. And here is Lee. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Kings in Sacramento. On deep. The shot misses. The Warriors go the other way with it. They beat the Knicks during their last encounter in New York.
And they did win that last game in this matchup, and it seemed they got the benefit of the whistle.
Again, Durant missing.
Well, this is why you see guys shying away from their mid-range jumper. It's a bit of a lost art.
Here's Burke out to Lee. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Lee's got his third basket of the night. Warriors leading by 23.